Shout out to all of you who are non-native speakers. I'm talking about English, of course. So there are so many words that are mispronounced because we tend to put the stress on the wrong syllable. Let's try to make it right. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Please subscribe and hit the bell, okay, the button with the bell, in order to be always updated. And there are so many activities on this channel. We talk about English, we talk about German, we talk about literature, we talk about a lot of different topics, and today we're going to talk about mispronunciation. This is a very common thing, and well, you all know that I'm not a native speaker. I'm Italian, that's blatantly true, you already know that. But not only Italians, not only, fellows and other Italian speakers make mistakes as far as the pronunciation of English words is concerned, and specifically as far as the stress of English words is concerned. Pay attention that I say the word stress instead of accent. Well, accent is not wrong, but in most cases it means, it's more like the inflection or the variation of English you use, okay, like, I don't know, in British accent or American accent. When we talk about the stress, we talk specifically about the vowel that is stressed in the word, and so if you put it in the wrong place, you obviously mispronounce the whole word. So this is something very, very common, not just in Italian, but everywhere. So I'm talking to all of you non-native speakers. Let's see together if you make these mistakes, or maybe not. Let's start talking about the words which are bisyllables, so they have two syllables, and they may be a noun or a verb, and they're spelled in the very same way, but they are pronounced in two different ways because the stress is put on a different syllable depending on the fact that that word is a noun or is a verb. An example, the word the contrast. Contrast is a noun, okay, while to contrast is a verb. Obviously, in the first case, it's a noun and the accent is at the very beginning of the word, so the stress is on the first syllable, on the O, contrast. While in the second case, it is a verb, and you shift the stress to the second syllable, to contrast. In fact, the stress in this case is on the A. There's a little trick. I know it's a bit silly, but I will tell you if it helps you remember. This sign here is a V, as in verb, okay? But it also means two, okay? So you remember number two, so second syllable, when the word is a verb. I know it's a bit silly, but okay, whatever can help us. So, of course, as it always happens, okay, for every single rule there are exceptions. There is especially one huge exception. I don't know if this mistake happens in any other countries, but it happens a lot in Italy. It happens all the time. There's even a show on TV that has this name, and it is mispronounced, pretty much every day. And this word is report. Report. This word is always the same. It doesn't matter whether it is a noun, so the report, or a verb, so to report, but the accent is always on the second syllable, so it's always on the O. In Italian, many people say report or something like that, so they tend to, of course, they change the whole pronunciation of the letters, but they very often shift the accent to the first syllable. That's wrong. Does it happen in your country too? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's go on and let's talk about other words that are so often mispronounced. One of these words is so common, we use this thing every day, and I'm talking about an email. Email. The accent is on the E at the very beginning of the word. It's not email, okay, with the accent on the A, but it is email with the accent at the very beginning. Another word that is often mispronounced is calendar. Calendar. It's not calendar. I hear that very often, and not only in Italy, so it's calendar. And another very common word, we use it on social media every day, it's profile. Profile, with the accent at the beginning again, on the O sound. It's not at the end of the word, it's not profile, but it is profile. And another one, colleague. Colleague. It's not colleague, but it is colleague. This is a very, very, very common mistake in France as well. So let me know about your country. I'm curious, I want to know if you tend to make this mistake or maybe not. And then there are other words. Oh, there's a very, very, very super common word that you use at work mostly, which is management. Management. And the super common mistake here in Italy is to shift the accent, to the second part of the word and say management, management, which is so wrong. That's absolutely wrong. So let me know, okay, how do you pronounce it? The right pronunciation is management, and the accent is on the first syllable, by all means. And here there's something tricky. This is a mistake that even some native speakers make sometimes, and there is a reason. The adjective necessary. Necessary. The accent is on the first E, okay, necessary. It's not necessary, okay, so the accent is not later, but it is at the very beginning, necessary. But one of the reasons why it is so often mispronounced is that, there is an adverb which is very similar. Of course, the spelling is a bit different because you have the L, but however, it is pronounced in a different way. The accent is actually shifted in this case, and the right pronunciation is necessarily. Necessarily. So necessary, necessarily. Depending on the word. If it is an adjective, then the accent is at the very beginning, or an adverb, and then the accent is later. So necessary, necessarily. This probably because of this difference, there are mistakes also among native speakers, but one of the words that are most often mispronounced by native speakers is a word that means mean, okay? And the word is mischievous. Mischievous. It's not mischievous, as I think most Italians say. I don't know about you, let me know. But also some English, or anyway, native speakers can make this mistake quite often. So it's mischievous, and the accent is on the first I sound. So, let me know if there are other words you'd suggest me for a video, if you make this mistake or used to make this mistake, so other people around you do. And okay, let me know about that. I hope it was useful for you, and I hope to see you very, very soon again. Take care. Bye.